Hello again, folks, and just to do something different today, again, I'm using the trusty Agile AL3010 2012 wide fretboard with the abalone inlay, ebony fretboard, Onico V pups. Like I said, this is my heaviest guitar out of the ones that I got, and it's supposed to be like about 10 or 11 pounds. I honestly could not imagine having a Les Paul that weighed like 12 pounds with my own lower back issues and standing up to playing that. So, anyways, getting back to what I'm originally doing here. Since I got these picks from TTK, the Tone King, I decided that I'll do a little shootout and actually play the amp live this time. If the cam seems to go in and out weird and such, it's because for the purpose of this video, I'm actually going to leave autofocus on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an actual live, well, not live, but recorded kind of assessment of the 4 picks. Why not? Again, I'm going to use the Viper VIP2, not mic'd. Everything will be getting heard through this microphone on my Sennheiser PC350 headset. As you're hearing me now, the volume on the Sampere 2 pedal is going to be fully pressed forward, so full volume, which in the case of the master volume on the amp is 3. The patch again I will be using will be the Classic Legend, which is again based on the PV Classic 50 in a middle channel, even though they only had clean and distorted channels, but PV created a middle channel with some of these amps, which in the new Viper Pro they've done away with mid channels, except for I think maybe certain amps that actually have 3 channels. But anyways, it's got some delay and some reverb. The extent of it probably not too high, but anyways, you get the idea. This is already 3 minutes in. So anyways, the picks in question. My staple that I've been using for years, which is a Scotty medium nylon, as you can tell by the dirt on it. The Tone King's signature Dunlop pick, which I actually have been using lately instead of my regular pick. The V pick that the Tone King sent me. I have to admit that is pretty sexy. Too bad that will eventually go away with wear. And because it's white, it won't focus. The cam won't focus on it, but this is the chicken pick that is like god awful thick. So anyways, I'm just gonna simply play just some random stuff and then give the initial impressions. Again, I'll start off with my usual used one and just play some random stuff here, and then I'll comment when I'm done. Here we go. VK pick. The V pick. Trying to get used to the larger pick. I do like a larger pick, but anyways. Let me find the proper way to get it. And last but not least, the chicken pick. It kind of feels better in the hand, I will say already. Or sorry, in the fingers so far. Now, I think I'll actually try to do some hard picking and light picking, just again to see if there's any kind of difference between the picks. So here we go. Alright, we're heading on to 12 minutes here, so let's give some first impressions. Of course, I'm used to this nylon, which is a medium nylon. I like it, it's grippy. The Dunlop Tone King pick, while not grippy, I have actually enjoyed using it. Fits the fingers rather well, and I believe it's a medium as well, going by the stiffness of it. The V pick, again, I'm not used to the jazz size, but I do like that little bit of ridginess to it, and I don't know how well that'll translate into the audio in the YouTube video, but definitely seems a little bit more, I guess, edge to it, and that. The chicken pick, I have to admit, doesn't look like it's very grippy, but that thickness actually does come into a factor in gripping. Because when you're holding a thin pick, it doesn't feel like you're holding on to it. This chicken pick, I got to admit, I feel like I'm holding on to the pick. Even and the material, even though my hand isn't sweaty or anything, it's still rather grippy. The thing with this as well too, I'm noticing, and again, I don't know if it'll translate out into the video as much, but the attack, really, I guess, if you're playing a lot of music that requires a lot of hard picking or attack, that'd probably be the way this pick is, and it would probably be an ideal pick for that. So probably metal, metal speed picking, blah 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 blah. Like again, that's with that one. Again with the V pick. TTK's pick. And again with the standard one that I'm always usually using, this nylon Scotty pick, I believe. Now to me this has been worn for a while, and it actually does have a little bit of a rough edge here where it's kind of nicked out, you can see, but I can tell the difference. Like I can feel a slight difference between the two, the chicken pick and my old pick. Not to mention I can actually feel it through my guitar's body as well too. So going on to the 16-minute mark here. would I make a recommendation for the chicken pick or the V pick? I honestly can't say at the moment because this is just being done on a first impression. Um, Again, because of it being jazz, it feels a little awkward because I haven't used actually a jazz pick like this in a while too, or to play bass or whatever. But it feels comfortable. It's relatively sticky to the fingers, so that's not a bad thing. Um, the V pick for sure, though, I have to say, an initial impression so far. Um, I guess if you got big fingers too, that's another big reason. I guess having the thickness. I think that thickness comes into play for grippiness. So yeah, all I can say is basically try out picks until you find something you like. I mean, like I said, this dirty old Scotty pick that I've had for like 10, 20 years. Well, maybe not 10, 20 years, but probably about 10 years or so. Um, you know, it's done me well and I've enjoyed using it, but, you know, I really do look forward to playing all these other ones. Uh, Again, I'm coming back to the chicken pick though for some reason. The other thing I'm noticing too is it just kind of glides over the strings easily because of, I guess, the edge on it. And this not as badly. Even TTK's Dunlop pick is not bad. And this, of course, it's all the same, but again, there just seems to be something with the way that beveled edge is there. I guess maybe how you're stroking it, if you're stroking it angled down like that, it tends to actually maybe glide better over the strings compared to other picks. But yeah, that's it for now. Catch you later, folks.